we are hookingrugs.com. That's where you'll find us if you go online. And there you'll find, oh my gosh, there's so much there. If you put in the search bar any little word, something will come up. So it's just, you'll find all our blogs that have been there for 15 years, 20 years, some of them. So there's a lot on there, and it's a site that has a lot of free classes if you want a class in rug hooking. It has a lot of paid classes too. Are we launching those classes today, Angela? Or
we just have to do a little video for one of them.
We have to do a little video for one of them, but they're live now on the, people can actually purchase them.
No, because I didn't know about the pricing.
Oh, okay. So we'll do that right after today.
Right after the live.
Right after the live. We are launching Design School, Level 1 and Level 2, and Color School today, and it'll be available right after the live. But what we are launching today, too, is the big red dress, because we are not doing a coral dress or a yellow dress or a gold dress. We are going to make this woman in a red dress, and I have a red dress very much like this, and so maybe this is kind of a self-portrait. I don't know. Might be, might not be. There we go. So let's get to the dress, and then we'll get to the seed pods and the poppies later. I know, and I don't know what this is. I feel like it's like this line is going to be like a core of earth or something, but I don't have it yet. So I'm going to start hooking. We're going to get in here, and I'm going to poke around around my seed pods and get hooking. So this is a lot of red that we're going to have to put in here. So I'm going to hook large areas of this red. Next week, we have two live workshops. I'm excited about those. So next Wednesday and next Saturday. And Angela, we've got to make sure that we get the key for the Lions Club early so that we can set up and stuff, figure out how it needs to be done about that. So I'm just passing that off to you now. This is what it's like here. We pass off things that need to be done just as we're going by. Yesterday, we actually had a little staff meeting, didn't we, Angela?
We did.
It was so weird. We never do that hardly. We're not meeting people. We're not great meeting people here. We have a document that we share to communicate with each other. Oh, look at that. Look at that red. It's gorgeous. So what other red am I going to use with this? We don't need to worry about that right yet because I've got a lot of this red to do. What I'm using here is it's a Malabrigio Chunky in a red. And I just love how that red's going to mix with this green. It's going to be really good. I can just tell you that right now. So we have some visitors today. We have some guests to come on and see what they have to say. And maybe, Joyce, do you want to come over and see what's going on? Yeah. You're Nancy. Oh, you're Nancy.
Nancy.
Oh, it's Nancy and Linda. Oh, okay. So Joyce, you come on over. I love your skirt. It's so fun. Yeah. Where are you from? Come on over here. No.
Sure, what can I do with this?
You can just hold it. Yeah, that's good. So Nancy, I'm getting in. This is like a little seed pod, and I'm getting in around there and hooking. And you just learned how to, did you just learn how to hook this morning?
I just did a 3-minute lesson with Angela.
And you could actually learn how to hook rugs in 3 minutes?
I did.
Is that really true? Straight,
it's true.
It's true. It's true.
Absolutely true.
I know it's true.
Nancy, can you hold your microphone?
Sure.
Yeah, it's really true, isn't it? And what got you interested in learning how to hook rugs, Nancy?
You know, I read one of your books.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Oh, what book did you read?
I don't remember the name of it.
Okay.
It's out there. It was your writing at first, and then of course the way you create scenes of Nova Scotia is just
Thank you.
captivating.
Thank you. So are you gonna, and where do you live?
in Pennsylvania.
Oh, and your landscape is very much like ours in
I
Pennsylvania.
like to think so.
It is, I
It's-
think, yeah.
You can do it without
I
looking.
can. I can do it with my eyes closed.
Holy
You want me to show you?
smokes. Yes.
You can too, now that you had your thing
Can
up.
I?
Because it's really about feeling. So let's just pull our loop up, right? And it's really about feeling. That's where you got to get to. If you want to be really good at it, you get to the feeling part. And it's all about listening to your hands, right?
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that great?
Were you that fast on your first rug?
Nope. I got faster as I kept at it.
Wow.
Nancy told me she didn't think that she had a creative gene.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Now, see, like, that's just a lie. Because I can tell by your skirt and your ring and your bracelet that you have creative genes. Because you put all this together this morning.
Oh, well.
Your turquoise,
Oh,
and
with-
you know, the turquoise with these beads, and you got the turquoise. I mean, you're thinking about how you dress this morning.
Okay. Does that make me creative?
It actually is. Everybody is creative.
Really? Well, you seem to be creative in all areas.
No, I'm not. I am not creative in all areas. I cannot think. I cannot understand physics. I cannot, and I know that's a very creative pursuit. And I try to read a little bit of physics, and I just can't understand any of it.
Oh, well, I'm
So,
glad.
do you know? So
Yeah, I
and
don't
I
understand
can't
physics.
really. I never really was good with. What's that thing they make you take the high math? What's that high math? What's that? One of these guys know? Calculus. I was never good with calculus, and I think that's very. I don't know. I mean, math is pure, but it is kind of. I think it's a very creative pursuit. So I'm not particularly creative.
But that's good to know that you have a
I'm
limitation.
not a terribly good painter, right?
But
these are paintings in wool,
they
but I'm not
are.
terribly good with like, you know. So there's all kinds of things I'm not terribly good at. You just have to find the thing that you're really good at, and you have to run with that.
Did you know the first time that
Pretty
you
much.
did you?
Lucky, eh?
Yes,
Isn't that
lucky.
lucky?
It is
I
so
know.
lucky.
Yeah. So what is it that makes you say I'm not creative? Like, why? Why do you feel that way?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what makes it. I guess comparing myself to someone like you,
Yeah.
you're creative with words, and you're creative with drawing, and you're creative with yarn.
Yeah.
So by comparison, I'm not creative.
Yeah, but that is, see, that's the thief of joy, right? That's what, who said that? Who said that?
I'm going to
to
say you said that.
No, I didn't say that. It's like a famous person. But it's, the thing is you can't compare me and you, because this is like, but you know, this is probably the trillionth stitch that I pulled off, right?
Wow.
It's not really fair. You know what I mean? Like, I've done this for 35 years, almost 30.
Wow,
30,
so lucky.
got hooked almost for 35 years. So you just have to compare yourself to yourself every day, right? That's what I have to do. Because if I compare myself to, you know, if I go around comparing myself to someone else, then I'm not going to be me, right? You know,
Right.
I'm going to be.
I know.
You know this. You know all that. We all know this
It's
stuff.
just an urge.
What do you love? What are some things that you love?
I love. I like to spin linen, flax. I like to spin.
Do you?
Yes. Have you ever done that?
No.
Oh,
no.
It's easy.
Is it? Do you make it nubbly or do you make it very fine?
It comes out nubbly, but I'm trying to make it fine. So
yeah.
I'm trying to get better at it.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. So you get the flax. It comes how?
I'm buying it right now in strict form, so it's long.
Yeah.
And it's easy to spin. You just wet your fingers, and it's not hard.
Are you using a wheel or a drop spindle?
I'm using a wheel with a distaff at the moment.
I don't know what that is.
It just kind of arranges it in a sort of a like cotton candy, so it doesn't get tangled up.
That's so good. And so what possessed you to come today and learn how to hook rugs? Like, what got you here today? You read the book. You live in Pennsylvania. You were coming to Nova Scotia for a trip.
Right. And we've been to Nova Scotia before, and I actually came to your studio and was totally intimidated last year.
Oh.
And thought, I'm going to be braver this time. And
good.
And then Angela said, I can teach you in 3 minutes. And she did.
You're a commercial. That 3-minute commercial.
was-
We're
it
gonna be
was
snipping you. You're gonna be a reel.
Oh no!
Can you be a reel on Instagram?
Shh, I don't even know what that is, but sure.
Oh, that's great. Well, why don't you come over and join us, Linda? We'll get you to pass the mic to Linda, if you don't mind. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Linda, you're visiting too. Isn't this our lucky day, like to have you guys? Because you know, this show is not really a show. We just show up and hook. Like, there's no production, there's no plan. We just have a question of the day, and you know, that's about it. That's our programming. We just we're just here, and you can watch us if you want. Kind of thing.
I've been
We're happy
watching
that
for a
you do.
long time.
Have you been watching
Yes.
for a long time?
Yes, about 2 years. now.
About 2 years.
Mhm.
Wow. Thank you. And you've been hooking. Tell me about your hooking, what you're making.
I do a lot of your patterns.
Yeah.
Want to try to design my own, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with that.
Okay.
So I just do yours.
Ah. Have you taken design school?
I did
Yeah.
the one time, but I
You need to go back to it.
yeah.
Yeah. It's good. Like, it's good. Maybe Angela will give you the key for the level 2. Maybe we should give them each a key to design school, because that would be good. Would you like one too?
There you go.
Yeah.
He's answering.
I know you're just starting, but it's a good way to start. Well, so you
Mhm.
you don't have level 2. So we'll
No.
make sure that you get level 2, because it's good
Okay.
for you to learn. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, because if that's what you've done, the mystery art project for 2 years, you
2
told me.
years. Yes.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
ready to draw your own,
I-
even if you just start with 8x8s, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to try.
You want to
anyway.
try.
Yeah.
What do you want to design? So tell us where you're from.
I am from Lawrenceville, Georgia, which is about 20 miles outside of Atlanta.
Okay. So it's a small place, is it? Or
No,
it's big.
yeah.
It's everything after Atlanta is big
Right.
for a
Well,
long
yeah.
time.
Atlanta
probably.
goes. All those towns around there are considered Atlanta. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's a big area.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I can't. There are no rug hooking. I did find a guild or society.
Yeah.
It's maybe 45 minutes from where I live, but everything in that area is at least an hour away.
Right.
If not for
yeah.
the distance, it's for the traffic.
There's traffic. Yeah. Right.
So I may check them out and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
They meet twice a month.
Yeah. You might
Yeah.
check with like Tigger and Atha, those international rug hooking groups, because
Mhm.
they have people everywhere. And
Mhm.
sometimes you just need another soul that you can connect
Yeah.
with, right?
We had a store close to us, but
Yeah.
they have changed they weren't selling enough
Yeah.
to pay the rent in the downtown area.
Yeah.
So they have moved and they were changing their focus a little bit.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
they did have bricks and little yarn, they had all
Oh,
kinds of yarns
yeah.
and wool,
Yeah.
and they're
so
not
that's
going to
great
sell that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you hook mostly on your own.
Yes.
You're a member of our inspiration sessions as
Yes.
well as our
Yes.
yeah,
and then
and-
the mystery.
and the mystery art
Yeah.
project.
Mhm.
Yeah. And how have you found the inspiration sessions and the mystery art project for you? Like, how have they been?
Good. I enjoy the hook-ins after on the Zoom.
Yeah.
I
it's
really
fun, eh?
like talking with other people that are doing this. And,
Yeah.
You know.
And getting into a small group. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
that's
Yeah, I
part of the
like that.
inspiration sessions. It is
Yeah.
really, it does really lead you to kind of there's a lot of online community with rug
Mhm.
hooking. I find there's a lot going on
Yeah.
online. Yeah.
It's more popular though, up here, New England
Right.
areas. Not so much in the South. I have to explain
What
I
you're
say,
doing.
I hook rugs. Well, what does that mean?
Yeah. And how do people react when you tell them?
They say, "Oh," and then I show them some pictures of what I've done, and
Yeah.
they say, "Oh."
Yeah, I know.
'Cause
When they
that's-
see it visually, it makes a
Mhm.
difference.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
it does. We'll make sure that you get another level of design school so that you can just get back at it and get ready to design your own.
Yes.
What's the biggest fear that you have about designing your own, or the biggest challenge that you have around that?
Just that it won't look good, or
Yeah.
and I know about balance and all those things. We've taken a watercolor paint class
Right.
once, and and they talked about that too. About balancing the picture, having the focus. And
Yeah.
so it's the same kind of thing. It's a picture. So,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Just-
Balance is an important thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I think one of the things that gets in the way is people's fear of making a mistake.
Yeah.
And or making a bad rug. And I made a
Mhm.
bad rug last week. You know, like
Yeah.
it wasn't good, and I had to take it off and restart it. And
Mhm.
you know, we
Yes.
all still do that, I think. And if you stop doing that, if every rug that you make is good,
Mhm.
then I think you're not pushing yourself, right? Do you
Right,
know what I mean? You're
right.
not trying new things
Right.
and
So
making
I
mistakes.
have trouble with detail
Right.
areas.
Yes. You have
No.
trouble getting in on the small areas.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, with yarn, I guess would be easier than with the wool strips.
Yeah, it would be easier.
For that.
Yeah, it would
Mhm.
be. And sort of letting go, like when you're on it, not
Yes.
look. You can't be looking at it while you're doing it. You
Right.
gotta step back from
I
it.
find taking a picture also.
Is really
helps.
helpful.
Yes.
I agree.
Mhm.
Looking at it through your camera,
Right.
right? When you
Mhm.
can't see it, like it's
Yeah.
easy with something big like this, but when you got a little thing,
Mhm.
a little area, it's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
You know,
It is.
yeah, especially in those mystery art projects.
Yeah.
They don't look like anything when you're looking at them, right? Did you find
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to put
Yeah.
it together.
We are going to do the mystery art project for another year. We're going to change it a little bit. I was telling you that.
Mm-hmm.
Just not really sure exactly, but I'm working on some new ideas for it for this year, and we'll get ready. Anyway, thank you for coming on today and for being part of this and for
Thank
being
you.
part of the inspiration sessions.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm very
I'm
happy to
glad.
be here.
I'm happy
We planned
that
our
you're
whole
there.
trip around coming to this store.
Your husband's probably going to be like, when this is over today, he's going to be like relieved because then he can get on with the trip.
Well, we've been doing stuff till we got this far.
I'll tell you, we have a lot of generous spirited husbands who come in through here, don't
Yeah.
we? We really do. And it's great because it is fun. And I know, like, you know, I follow people too, and it's fun to meet them in real life. And when you're watching something online, it's really fun to see it in real life.
Yes.
And sometimes
Yes.
it looks smaller, sometimes it looks bigger.
Yeah.
But I know one thing, the rugs look better in real life,
Yeah,
usually.
yeah,
They do.
it's
They're
just
more
gorgeous.
textured and
Mhm.
pretty. So I'm glad you
Yeah.
came.
Oh.
I gotta get another red here. I'm gonna go in and I just gotta pick out, I need a Briggs and Little red for this. I'll be right back. Yeah, I just want this. I want a nice sort of bright red. Come on out.
So did you change your color of the flowers then?
Yeah, I'm thinking about yellow for the flowers. I'm thinking about blue, and I'm also thinking about coral for the flowers. And I'm just not sure what color for the flowers.
Because at first you wanted to do red on the flowers.
I was thinking about red on the flowers, but there's no doing red on the flowers now.
No.
I could actually do red on the flowers, like a really dark red, and then it's going to look like a really moody rug, but I'm not going to do that. We should pull our question of the day, see what we got. I always like the question of the day because then we can chat about something. I'll let one of you guys pull it here. You pull one out. Either one, yeah. What do we got? What is it today? Oh. What is your favorite part of visiting your studio? So, like, if you have a space to go home, like if you have wherever you hook rugs, I think that's what Wanda's asking. What's your favorite part of visiting studio? I don't know if she means this studio or what do you think it means? What is your favorite part of visiting studio? Well, like for me, my favorite part of visiting the studio is actually when I sit to hook. That is always my favorite part. I'm so happy when I sit to hook. What's your favorite part of visiting your studio?
The actual process of doing it.
The making. Yeah. The actual making is definitely, that's my favorite part. Now, what is your favorite part of visiting this studio? What is your favorite part? The oat cakes. I think that's it. That's a simple answer, Wanda. So, and if anybody else wants to answer it, you can tell us what's the favorite part of visiting this studio or the favorite part of visiting your studio at home. So, because we're interested in knowing that. So you can just answer that in the comments below. If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on our website, wherever you're watching, you can answer in the comments below.
Oh,
My favorite part is how happy it makes Nancy when she comes in there.
Isn't that great? Yeah, it's true. And really, you know, when you've been married for a while, if making your spouse happy isn't a priority, it's going to get in your way. Really, like, you know, I think making your spouse happy is like making, you know, it's good. Makes you happy, right? And it's important. But that is really nice. Thank you. That's sweet. It's a sweet and truthful statement. Like, yeah. Have you guys been married a long time?
We've been together a long time.
Long time. You've been together a long time. Great. You too?
22 years.
Wow. Yeah. So a long time. Yeah. Yeah. So good long marriages. Yeah. Great. That's a personal question. Sorry, but it's always interesting. Yeah. It's always interesting. Do you want to come in and listen to the sound? It's always good just to listen to the sound. So Angela, we should go with the sale price for DFS Design School. And
right.
yeah, definitely. I think so. When we open it, we only open it once a year, right? And we opened it, well, it hasn't been opened at all. It's been almost a year and a half since we opened it because we opened it in March of 2023.
And you can get the trifecta.
Yeah, Angela loves saying that word.
I do.
She loves saying that like I love saying chicken pot pie. I love saying chicken pot pie. She loves saying the trifecta because it was her idea that you can get all 3 courses for one price. So, and we only open them once, and there's going to be a little bonus this year. We're not going to tell you about that right away, but there's going to be like a little special bonus this year too that Angela will tell you about. And whenever you purchase it, you'll get the bonus. So just keep your eyes open, and it's going to be there's a lot of learning in those courses. Especially these are the courses for the people who want to get to the next level of rug hooking, and there are hours and hours and hours of video and lessons in these courses, and we will open them. Wow, like we'll open them right after, and then I'm going to have a visit with Nancy and Linda, and maybe a cup of tea. So I think that's it for today, pretty much. Like I'm gonna, oh, I should show you the wools, right?
So you do have something.
Yeah.
Do we have, how are we doing for time? But look at all the reds. See how that's shaping up, folks? And so these are other colors that are possibilities. They could be blue poppies. They could be coral poppies. There's nothing wrong with gold. I mean, who says a poppy has to be, who says they're poppies? I don't know what they are. Doesn't matter. This is, so, and I do have this boiled wool jacket that someone gave me, and I don't know, I really like that. So that's where we're going with color. Next week I'll work more on the red, but today, in honor of the reds and the corals, we have our reds and corals. So I've got the red chunky. Oh, that's very similar to what I was using. It's a lighter shade of it. And then we've got a wine rasta, and this is called Red Christmas curly locks, hollyhocks. And this is the saucy red from the studio that I like, our saucy red. And then we also have a red sari silk. Oh, that I'm going to put some of that in there. Wouldn't that be great? That orange, or maybe, I don't know. Just going to take a little bit of that. I'm going to take it all. I'm not going to like take a little bit and then put it back on the shelf, just so you know. I don't do that. All bad enough. Okay. I need my other scissors. There you go. So I'm just going to see if I want that light red in there or if that maybe will go in the flower. So when I use the sari, I give it a split usually because I find it a bit too wide and it just goes a lot further if you do it this way. Look at that. It's got a bit of fleck of gold in it too. Now that one isn't as wide, so I'll just leave that one. Okay, so let's see if we want that in here to lighten up. This is that red sari in a ball there. I think I do. I think it's going to make her dress a lot more lively. There we go. Now I'll put that other one around it. Yeah, that's going to make that rug, like from a distance, it's going to make a big difference. It's going to shade it nicely. So I'm going to leave that in there. And there we go. Just a small little line. So I'll do that throughout here. I'll maybe put some over here. We were wrapping up, but now
We're off.
I just like to, there, I'm going to change that. Yeah, that's good. I want to order more of that Icelandic yarn. That's what I'm using. That's one of the reds I'm using here. This red, this Icelandic. So I think I should talk to Kaylee and get her to order some for us. I think it's a great yarn. We're running low on colors. Okay. So I'm just going to take the Icelandic and see what it looks like against the orangey red sari. And it looks really good. Can't hardly tell the difference. I love that, but it's going to make a difference in the hook, in the completed rug. Okay, so we got stuff to teach you in design school, and we've got 3 corals. Oh, and this is this a studio coral? Yeah, that's our sweet coral. That's one of our studio dyes from Briggs and Little. And then we've got shades of coral. And when you order shades of coral, you can get any one of these. Like they're close, but everyone is different. So I'll just show you how pretty. Isn't that beautiful? They're dyed up lovely. So that's it for today, folks. Welcome to the studio if you haven't watched us before. And just keep coming back to hookingrugs.com. And just know that when you share rug hooking, you just don't quite know what you're sharing with someone. You could be leading them to help them find what it is they need to find in their life and their community. And it's just a really beautiful craft. And I know that, like, I want everybody to do it, and I know that not everybody will, and not everybody needs to. But I find that those that do, it really makes them happy, and that makes me happy. So share it. If you hook rugs, please share that with other people. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.